If you have recently been planning your trip to Japan, you might have noticed the unfortunate announcement that Japan's iconic Suica Card is going away for an undetermined amount of time due to chip shortages. And while most of Japan's residents might not be affected by this unexpected announcement, it could definitely spell disaster for the average tourist, as they won't have access to one of Japan's most convenient card systems. Or so you might think. While the blank Suica Card is going away for an undetermined amount of time, there are still plenty of ways to access Japan's amazing train system during your stay here. And stick around to the end for the best solution that will work for everyone. Alright, let's get started so I can help you with your upcoming plans to Japan. Number 1. The Welcome Suica Card. The Welcome Suica is a type of IC card designed specifically for tourists. Unlike the typical Suica or Pasmo card, which are mostly boring plain gray backgrounds with pink or green text, the Welcome Suica is a vibrant and special red card with sakura blossoms decorating the front. The Suica card is perfect for tourists as the design is very unique and eye-catching, making for a great souvenir. Not only that, but there are quite a few ways you can pick this card up. You can either go to the many ticket dispensers you'll find in either Haneda or Narita Airport, or you can head to any of the major JR East stations and pick one up personally from an employee. While there are quite a few good reasons to get this card as a tourist, there is one caveat you should know about. With it being designed for tourists, it will expire 28 days after you first activate the card. So if you do plan on staying any longer than that, you might want to consider another option. But don't worry, because there are plenty other ways to access the transportation systems throughout Japan. Number 2. Alternative IC cards. While the Pasmo and Suica blank cards are being temporarily discontinued, there are still several other regions throughout the country that have been unaffected by this microchip shortage, at least for now. If you look at the IC card map, you'll see all the different types of IC cards that are available throughout the country. For example, you can purchase the Ikoka train card, which is commonly used in the western region of Japan, the Suica card for the Kyushu region, and many other types of IC cards that are still fully available. And similarly to the Suica and Pasmo cards, these IC cards can also be used on the majority of transportation systems throughout Japan. So no matter what area you are heading to, as long as you get your hands on one of these IC cards, you'll be able to use Japan's extensive transportation system, no problem. Number 3. Electronic Suica for the iPhone. If you aren't a big fan of using physical IC cards, or you just want to flex your fancy tech, then you can use the Suica app on your iPhone. The Suica card for iPhone can be found within the Apple Wallet application and is really easy to use. So if you do have an iPhone, all you need to do is go into your Apple Wallet, find the Suica card in the Add Transit Card option, and then add whatever money you want to your card balance. It will then charge your virtual Suica card to that amount, and now you can use it as if it was a physical Suica card. As for Android users, like me, if you did not buy your Android phone in Japan, I'm afraid you will not be able to use the same features on your phone. Even though I'm a big Android fan, this is one of those times where the iPhone actually has better utility than Android phones. But that's fine. I like using the physical card anyways. And in my opinion, the physical card is better because you can take it home with you as a cool souvenir. Anyways, I'm not trying to start an Android versus iPhone war from this video anyways. I think both systems have their own unique pros and cons. And while there might be a slight advantage for iPhone users on this particular matter, there's another option that anybody can use no matter the operating system. Number 4. The JR Pass. As most of you might already know, the JR Pass is an absolute bargain for tourists and is a must-buy for anyone traveling to multiple cities during your visit to Japan. However, due to recent events, this pass might become a thing of the past in only a few months. But we'll get to that part in a second. For now, what makes the JR Pass an absolute bargain is the ability to use any JR line throughout the entire country of Japan for just one flat fee. For example, right now, you can have 7 days of unlimited access to all JR lines in Japan for only 29,000 yen. And while that might seem a little expensive at first, you'll be surprised at how little it takes to get your money's worth out of that pass. For example, A Shinkansen ticket from Tokyo to Kyoto is about 14,000 yen. And if you include the return ticket back to Tokyo, you've got the round-trip Shinkansen tickets totaling a whopping 28,000 yen. So, with only one round trip between Tokyo and Kyoto, you have essentially paid for your JR pass. And that's not including all the JR trains you'll be using during your time in Tokyo and Kyoto. So for now, the JR pass is definitely worth it if you plan on using the Shinkansen at least once or twice. But unfortunately, this deal might not last for long. Starting in October of this year, the prices for the JR pass will rise considerably, making it much harder to get your money's worth. While we might not know the added benefits that will be coming with this price increase, they'd better be some pretty big perks in order to make this pass still be worth it. But the good news is, you can still purchase this pass all the way up to September for the current price and can wait up to 90 days to redeem it. So if you're thinking about purchasing this pass, check out my affiliate link in the description below. Every purchase through this link will directly support the channel so I can make more videos for you. And of course, I would greatly appreciate your amazing support. Number 5, tickets. If all else fails and you still don't have a way to get around Japan's transportation system, don't worry. Getting a physical one-time ticket is still a very viable way to access the trains, even though it might not be the easiest solution. But I'll give you a few pointers and walk you through the ticket process so it's as painless as possible. First, find a machine that has the label ticket above it. Next, determine the station you need to travel to for your next destination. After you find the station you want to go to, simply touch the screen to purchase that train ticket. You should get a physical ticket to print out, and then all you have to do is walk over to the gate and insert the ticket and you're good to go. Again, the ticket system should only be used if you don't have a way to get around yet, as it can be rather inefficient and time consuming since you have to get a new ticket every time you use the train. And especially considering the next method is by far the easiest solution for everyone to use. Number 6, the registered Suica or Pasmo. While the blank Suica and Pasmo card might be temporarily discontinued, the registered version of these cards are still pretty much unaffected. And what are these registered cards, you might ask? Well, to put it simply, it is literally a blank Suica card with your name on it. Yes, I know, it might seem weird that they're discontinuing the blank Suica and Pasmo cards, but not discontinuing essentially the same card that just has your name on it. Well, anyways, let me show you just how easy it is to get your own named Suica card. Head over to any machine that can issue you a Suica card and then start the process to get that card. When you get to the main screen, make sure you select the option that says named card. Now, all you have to do is simply type your name in, or really just put any text you want into it, enter in some personal information so people can identify whose card it is, like your birthday and your phone number, select the amount you want to charge on your card, insert the money, and that's it. One minor thing to note is I have found not every machine will have this option. The Pasmo machines I tried were hit or miss, with some having the ability to buy a named Pasmo card and others not having that option. But for the Suica machines I tried, they all allowed you to make a registered or named Suica card. So just make sure you use a Suica machine for the highest odds. Now you can have your own personal named Suica card to navigate Japan as if nothing has even changed. Well, I'm glad I could help you avert the Suica card crisis by showing all the options that are still available to you. If you found this useful, give the video a like so others can see this great info. Subscribe for more Japan content, and check out the affiliate links in the description below when you plan your next trip to Japan. Well, until then, I'll see you next time.